Inside this video, we're going to be talking about exactly what a day in the life of an EMT is. Let's dive into it. Now, there may be many reasons why you're here and what brought you here to this video as far as a day in the life of an EMT. Now, you could be a nursing or a PA student gathering hours, gathering experience. You could be somebody who is trying to make a full-time career out of EMS as an EMT. You may be here because you really want to work on an ambulance and help people, or you may be trying to get in the fire department or advance some other career. However you're here, and whatever reason you are watching this video right now, I want to go through exactly what a day in the life is. So the first thing about EMT is there's two main divisions. There's paid EMS and there's volunteer EMS. So volunteer EMS usually is found in small local communities and also a lot of rural communities. And paid EMS usually is found in larger cities or just larger populated areas. So I think most cities are going to be paid EMS, right? So the first step is you have to actually get your EMT certification. So you can do that by a local EMS school. That could be in a local hospital. That could be a local EMT training program, right? That could be through various organizations. And you have to get certified by the NREMT, the National Registry of Emergency Medical Technicians. So once you're out there, well, what does a day in the life look like? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come on a shift like anything else. You're going to sign in. You're going to punch in. And the first thing you're going to do is check your equipment. So you want to get to shift about 15 minutes early, okay? And what you want to do is first go through your equipment. So you're going to have equipment like airway equipment. You're going to have an AED, right? You're going to have an EpiPen. You're going to have an ambulance to check. So the ambulance, how it has oil in it, the lights in the ambulance. There's a ton of supplies in the back of the ambulance. Oxygen supplies. How about the actual oxygen? There's a quite large one in the ambulance and small portable ones that you'll be checking as well. So the first step is checking in with your partner. Usually on the ambulance, when you're working on an ambulance, you have usually 1 to 2 partners. Why I say 1 to 2 partners is you could have what they call a third rider, which would be a student or someone who's trying to become cleared as a full-time partner. So, but most of the time it's 2 people in an ambulance. So it could be 2 EMTs, could be an EMT and an AMT, could be a paramedic and an EMT, and any combination of the like. Remembering, if you're watching this video, EMT is the first rank in the ambulance. An AEMT, an advanced EMT, is the second, and your paramedic is going to be your highest level in the ambulance service. So once you're set and you've checked your equipment, the next step is now you're going to go off on the road. So depending on where you work, whether it's volunteer, paid, private, hospital-based, here are the next steps, okay, and then pay attention here. Now, option 1 is you may have a base. If you have a base, then you'll just be hanging out at base, right? You can eat, you can train, you could watch TV, whatever you're doing. You could do homework if you're in school, right? The other option, if you don't have a base, you'll be sent out. This happens a lot in private EMS, okay? Is you'll be in the ambulance, and your ambulance in very busy areas, okay, or spread out areas. You'll be posted in the ambulance with your partner out. Posted means you'll literally be out in the ambulance, posted at different locations. So maybe certain intersections or main blocks where your ambulance will post. And the reason for that is because in that particular service area, it's very busy. So you need the ambulance close, and you need ambulances spread out, not just in one base, because the amount of calls that you may be getting. You're not working. You're waiting for a call to come in, right? If you're working private EMS, it could be emergent or not emergent. Some ambulance services are non-emergent, meaning they just do inter-facility transports. So let's say someone's going home from the hospital, right? Or it could be a nursing home going into hospice care, right? It could be somebody going from the hospital via ambulance to go to a nursing home or to a rehab facility. The ambulance needs to facilitate that trip. So that's a non-emergent transport service. The other service is an emergent service. So that's where you're going to be doing your 911 calls. Now, some are hybrid, so they do emergent, not emergent. Okay, some are fully emergent, and then some are non-emergent, right? So for the most part, if you think about it, let's say a county EMS for the most part is probably going to be a 911, a hospital-based 911, And your in-facility transport is probably going to be more private EMS that have contracts with the hospitals to do these transports. So that's usually how that works. So then you're waiting for a call to come in, whether you're non-emergent or emergent, and you perform your call. Now, there's no timetable on how long a call lasts, but you have different shifts that you'll work. I mean, an average call, depending on where it's at, it depends where you work and how long the transport is. A call could last 20 minutes, the whole call, from dispatch to that hospital. Depends how close the hospital is, and depends on the patient's condition. Depends if you get lights and sirens or not, right? Both ways. A call could last over an hour, right? If you have a long transport, or if the patient, maybe you're on scene for a while with a less critical patient, right? Or a patient refusal. Multiple patient refusals could last a long time. Shift work depends on also where you work. Now, fire departments, they do a lot of 24-hour shifts. So you may work 24 hours on, you may get 2 full days off, where you're at the base for 24 hours doing calls. And when you're not doing calls, you're hanging out in the firehouse, right? You could train, you could study, whatever you're doing, right? And then the next step is, well, what if you're not in a 24-hour service? There's a multitude of shifts. A very common one is a 12-hour shift in EMS. I'd say the most common shift would be a 12-hour shift. A very common one is 6 to 6, and then an overnight 6 to 6. Very common in volunteer EMS, and very common in EMS in general would be 6 to 6. Now, there are shorter shifts. I've done 6-hour shifts, 8-hour shifts, 10, 12. I've been on shift for 18 hours posted by choice. And sometimes because it was so busy, not by choice. But I had to, do my duty. Now, what I can tell you is this. Where do you really want to see yourself with this career, and why are you becoming an EMT? That should base your decisions upon where you may want to live and also may want to work. There are some awesome places to check out around America, some awesome places that will pay a great salary for EMS professionals. But you got to be willing to find those jobs. That's the biggest thing. So down below, if you are just becoming a brand new EMT, there's a link down below. It's actually a prep course. It's a prep course. It's a hybrid course. It's got a little bit of everything. But a big section of the program down below in the description is a prep course for brand new EMTs. So a good section is based upon your career and becoming a new EMT. If you want to learn more about this program, the link is down below. What I can tell you is this. If I had the program down below and someone gave it to me, when I went into EMT school, man, I would not have struggled so much through the first half of EMT school. This program below has helped out so many new EMS providers get prepared for EMT school, and it makes schooling and passing your boards, like I talked about earlier, so much more easier. So the link's down in the description below. That's my goal here. I want you to be the go-to guy or girl at your department so we can take care of the communities that we serve. All right, guys, I will see you next time. My name is Evan. I'm the paramedic coach. And guys, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.
I'll let you guys know that this was everything I was searching for the whole time. The first couple of videos I watched, what I noticed, I just immediately started connecting dots